My name is Insane Raven. I'm back with another episode of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, and this is Story Never Ends.
It's only natural that I would fall in love. So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it.
It's never gonna end.
We came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
The ultimate spell? Oh my god.
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year.
Yep.
Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity.
Which I don't get why like...
The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Can we just say what it was?
All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
Good question.
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know? It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it, and now the entire world has fallen into despair.
Jesus.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much
It's story
damage.
time.
You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left. And then, something super neat happened! Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once!
Here's all the lore.
What? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter! That's right! It was transformed into a shelter!
Okay.
I said it twice!
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
I'm gonna guess the headmaster.
I got it!
That would have been the headmaster.
You've been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us.
Right?
Protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place
The only thing that
outside.
makes sense.
That's why he asked us to make that promise, to say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
And
But
ever.
creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake. It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair.
It's not his fault. He didn't know.
I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean
What?
we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
Oh god.
Moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
Let us live? So we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Oh shit.
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why
Well, why don't you tell me?
That's why you've been broadcasting it. That was the broadcasting television. What? Oh, the hijack of the waves. Where's the eye? Need the eye. 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 Where's the eye? Hijacking of the
Now I
waves.
understand. You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing?
If she doesn't quit switching, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Are you serious?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Expelled them?
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Is this being televised?
Sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
And there's a reason I chose
Oh.
you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
I'm gonna punch his end of my eye bitch in the face.
That's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless,
It would fuck us up.
how would you react? What would you do?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too! Like right fucking now!
Truth full of despair.
Not to
That's
mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other For nothing?
Bingo.
About it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
Oh, that's gonna fuck you up.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already! So help us! I'll do anything! Just help me!
That's a dangerous line of thinking.
Begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
She keeps saying we, as in multiple personalities?
Begging doesn't work on me.
Or like,
All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could
it's so
there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself, so I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying?
pretty much.
So, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well,
I don't trust
even
that at
if
all.
it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you for the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
Not us.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope.
Oh, this.
Creatures of
She's so many.
instinct,
She's still going.
Despair comes
Oh, God.
naturally.
Yes! That's funny as shit!
The Rock is probably the most
This
cringy.
isn't just some game to us. It's murder. Plain and simple. You stole our memories. Invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner.
And a court of law, that's fucked up.
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did ya? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If
What?
even one of you votes to punish Hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me and punish everyone on the side of Hope.
Even if it's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry, I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this!
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Oh, the suicide run.
Let me just mention one more thing. When I win to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
You mean, we just...
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me. And make your way to the outside world.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
Well, on the plus side, right?
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
Yeah.
I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down! Makoto, you're up!
Me? Yeah. You've been acting up, causing
trouble. I hate you!
So
Okay.
let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them.
Ah,
If a
shit.
single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
Oh.
On the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
But
What?
that's...
Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished?
Let's
Don't
go.
you have faith in your friends?
No, that's not it.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Guys?
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces eroded by despair.
Oh, fuck this.
Besides, Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Trap's not really the right word, huh?
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
Oh, shit.
Who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair! We're not gonna lose to you!
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it
Oh,
over
he was
with.
actual Gonko.
It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
And your stupid life.
The final vote. This is it. The ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair. That's not really living at all. Make your argument. Probably group photo, right?
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy. By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know.
Oh, she's still going.
We're okay in here?
This is the air
Thanks
purifier.
to the air purifiers in the physics lab. If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Meh.
I love Genocide Joe.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
Is someone gonna say anything?
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
There's no hope left in the world. When you die, it's on a bed of despair. The world is in despair. You are in despair. Okay. Okay.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die,
That would be the end. By the way, the only reason we're
okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab. If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words,
as soon as the communal life you've all been living.
Meh.
Shoot! We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
if I were to die,
Okay. I think this is the right thing to do. I'm not sure. I'm assuming this is.
lose hope now!
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place. Yeah! But to live means moving forward, right?
It does.
So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we?
Not really.
I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me.
Let's go, hero.
That's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here. The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
Let's go, Yasuhiro.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
Yes.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know.
Who's next?
The only reason we're okay in
Hina?
here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Don't lose hope now!
I've been thinking about all this, and I was thinking,
You've been pretty quiet, Hina.
I'm like this. What would Sakura do?
She'd get up and fight.
Only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm.
Fuck yeah.
That sounds like something she'd say, right?
Something like that.
No. I think that's definitely what she'd say, which is why Yeah! I've made up my mind!
We won't give up!
Rock on.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die,
That would be the end.
I've decided.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air purifiers and say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
Let's go.
if I die,
The purify. In other words,
as the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Meh.
Don't lose hope now!
Let's go, Joe.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting. Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still. Oh, but
Let's go.
no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
For a second, I was very concerned that I wasn't gonna make that one. I was like, no.
the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want if I die. In other words, the communal life you've all been living.
I can keep on living as long as I have my Master's love.
All of you will have to leave.
You'll have to go into the world
outside. We're only.
Oh god, that was so close. That was so close. I was really scared. I can't fuck this up. I'm too.
What's the matter?
If I die, if I fuck this up one more time,
Trying to encourage me.
I'm gonna die.
Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair. But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you.
I didn't expect you to.
I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the Mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive.
Fuck you!
I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll
This is a
never
nice
give up.
moment.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I've decided.
By the way, the only reason
This is a
thanks to
nice
the air. Say whatever you want
piece.
if I die. In other words, the communal life you've all.
I can keep on living.
All of you will have to. You'll have to go into the world
outside. We're only.
death.
I already said I would claim the Mastermind's life, by whatever means.
So,
What are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
Your turn.
Lose hope now!
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of.
Preach it.
He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just
Let's
because
go.
we don't actually know anything. Does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair. You came
Yeah.
here to confront despair without ever giving up.
Yeah!
That's true. I think we could call you the ultimate hope.
Yeah!
What do you think?
What the hell are you?
The ultimate hope has been added to the truth bullet section of your notebook.
So uncool. Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other.
What's the matter, Despair?
So uncool! So unhip! Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame, 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 lame!
I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but I still have hope. Let's go!
You suck! What do you want? So uncool! You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
You're gross. Suffer from despair.
I just love despair!
You suck! What do you want? So uncool!
You're unbearable!
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless! Suffer from despair.
I just love despair!
Everything is pointless!
No! Come on.
Refuse to give
Come
up
on.
yet.
Nope. We're too close. We're too close to the fucking end. Let's go. Oh, I almost had it too.
You suck! What do you want? So uncool! You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
You're gross. Suffer from despair.
I just love despair!
You suck! What do you want? So uncool!
You're unbearable!
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless! Suffer from despair.
I just love despair!
Despair into tomorrow.
Hope keeps on going.
Die!
I refuse
That was
to give
intense.
up. I refuse to get bored. I refuse to throw it all away. I refuse to despair. Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
What's going on? What's happening?
The end game. Yeah, there are a couple things that were kind of rough and now. Why did I get them on the Kuma coins?
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing. With our own hands.
And then it ended. This will be the finale.
The hell?
Indeed.
You've lost, Junko.
Lost?
I lost? Me? No. No way.
Just...
It can't be!
Um...
You still don't accept it? Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to an onslaught of despair, it would seem. trying to fight it now.
That's just totally the best!
Huh?
So this is despair.
We came to the school 2 years ago, created our incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it. To come this far and fail at the very end.
Oh, despair.
It's the most ultimate despair. What are you talking about? Don't you see? I was so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this desperately. This once in a lifetime experience. The first and last colossal despair. Here at the moment of death. To have the chance to taste the highest grade of despair. The utter failure of my dreams.
Despair.
I'm so hopelessly happy right now.
Huh?
Wait, is she enjoying this?
Anyway.
Anyway, so you're prepared to admit defeat. You think I care whether I won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing. Outside is only despair, inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you. That's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong. Huh?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Let me tell you this right now. We no longer feel despair.
Okay.
Because we've decided to enter the outside world with hope. Yeah, Makoto's totally seduced us over to his side. Everyone.
Hey,
You said that despair is as contagious as any disease.
however,
But the same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is. Kiriko.
No.
Ah! Stop it. Stop those... I hate those faces you're making. I see those awful looks that cause me nothing but
There's
pain.
one last thing.
If you guys want to get all hung up on the word hope, there's no skin off my nose. But just be warned, from this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide, maybe you'll find some hope, but there's a very fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that, you still cling to... Of course, because we...
It's fine.
Shut up! That was a rhetorical question. You interrupted my monologue. I'm always done though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right?
can't be.
Do you really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right? Hold on. It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to.
Stop it!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
Many. The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I wanted to taste is the despair of death that you only get once in a life, so... Oh, she's crazy.
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful.
She's
Even a tenth
crazy.
of this despair, even 100th. I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this.
What was that red flash? Oh.
Reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Oh, she's fucking psychotic. That's appropriate. I'd almost be disappointed she got dragged. What? The ultimate punishment. The 1,000 blows. The cage of death. The burning of the Versailles witch. The excavator destroyer. Oh. Blast off. After school lesson. Wait, did she get all of those? Shit. And that's how everything came to an end. The final class trial. Junko Inoshima, the ultimate despair. Life at Hope's Peak Academy. It was all over. The end. The Monokuma hair tie present. But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. Their purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said, they shut off immediately. That was the only difference. Goodbye, Despair High School. We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We sat at the front door. Nobody made a sound. I felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck in their limbo, unmoving, unsure. But, in the end...
Hey.
We can't just stand around this forever. At some point, we need to leave. So nobody's surprised it was Kiriko who broke the silence. Makoto, would you do the honors? Okay. As if awakened by Kiriko's words, I took out the object we'd gotten. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko. In the end, she dropped it before us.
So,
Is this really it? Is this really the key to this door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into it when she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us
I will force you out.
In other words,
She said that just before dropping that. It would make sense that this would be our way out of here. But, you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make this school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never said specifically that she let us leave alive.
it's true.
You may be right about that. Maybe?
Yes.
Yes, but even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it. Yeah, I guess that's true. There's nothing to worry about!
My beautiful scissors!
Hey, where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind? It's all over. We're just about to leave the school. What? Leave? We can go outside. I'm not getting all that. Please stop. That would be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway,
Don't worry. I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem. It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about. But you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks, maybe, when we get out there, we see that everything she said about the world was a lie. On the other side of this door is a world as peaceful as we remember. A lie. Peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live. Yeah, I guess so. And how I put this? Unlike the school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair, no matter what. But there's also has to be lots of hope,
in other
right?
words,
The act of searching for hope, the trying to find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall into.
am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto? Yeah, pretty much. That's the gist of it. I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty. I'll go with you. I'll follow you wherever you want to go. Well, my first stop is going to be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
Hey.
What are you going to do if there are no more donut shops or donuts? I'll just get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, I'll just grow some wheat. Ah, I get it now. If there's no road, you just gotta build one. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world. That's my hope. I've reached the next stage. The next chapter in Yasuhiro Hakagekurai's life story is about to begin. Thanks, Hina. You've totally opened my eyes. Hey, personal space, buddy. You're seriously creeping me out. Come on, Makoto. Even if the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out of there and do something, have some sort of impact. But what can we do? There's so few of us and we're so small. So what do we do? No. We can probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
Aw.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me, and the others, I guess.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still. It does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
I guess we graduated. It looked like hope really is spreading. As long as I never give up, I have to push even harder. I'm going to keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. The door began to open. With my hands, with our hands. Hope and desire and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. Let's see if there's an apocalypse on the other side. Well, that doesn't fill me with the warm and fuzzies. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell us what's on the other side. Oh well. But that has been Danganronpa. That was it. And it was a long road. For sure. I liked it though. I enjoyed that. Oh, it's gonna be a long set of stuff, isn't it? It's gonna be a very long set of credits. Not gonna lie, I skipped them.
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
Oh. You received the Easter egg present. And that's it. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.